everyone, I'm Florence. Welcome back to Liasons Connected Museum series. Today I'm here with the director of Hong Kong Museum of Art, Maria Kow. Hi Maria, thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming.
I gather in recent years, the Hong Kong Museum of Art had a major restoration. Aside from this, what has contributed to the museum's success, as I feel like it's one of the most veteran museums in Hong Kong?
Well, indeed, we are the first public art museum in Hong Kong. Today, well, this year we're celebrating our 62nd birthday, founded in 1962. We moved to this complex in 1991 and had a major renovation and expansion project in 2015 and reopened after that project was completed in 2019. And I think, first of all, the fact that we reopened 2 months before COVID has actually largely helped us rekindle friendship among our audiences, because during COVID, as you probably know, Hong Kong never had a complete lockdown. We were allowed to come out and go to places with, different level of restrictions, but museums were opened and closed at various times. And when we are opened, I found that the local public, because they couldn't travel, they really enjoy the space and the art that we offered. And so during COVID years, we've actually gained a lot of local and returning visitors, which is really important for any museums. And in 2021, we were being named on the list of the 100 most popular art museums in the world by the art newspapers. And when we fully reopened last year, the visitors number continued to grow, especially with tourists as well. But I think what has really been very important for us in terms of growth is that thanks to the renovation, we felt that it's equally important for the software to sort of be rejuvenated with the hardware. The facade of the museum and our structure, our architecture has certainly get a facelift, but it's also about the curation. It's about how we tell our story. It's about how we communicate with our public, and we have used new approach to invite people into this world of contrasts that is embedded in our Chinese painting collection, Chinese antiquities collection, 19th century China trade collection, and contemporary Hong Kong art collection. And that is something very Hong Kong, something very energetic, very vibrant. And we tell that story of that collections with equally energetic approach, and that help us, reach out to a larger public.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. That makes me so happy to hear. Oftentimes, some people may say Hong Kong is a bit barren in terms of its cultural landscape, but with institutions such as the Hong Kong Museum of Art and all that you do, I really feel that that's not the case. The program and collections of Hong Kong Museum of Art features a very wide and diverse range of art and cultural topics. May I ask which ones are the most popular, and can you describe them a bit for me?
Well, we have over 19,000 sets of collections in our purview, and indeed in our collections there are 4 core pillars: Chinese painting, Chinese antiquities, China trade, modern and Hong Kong art. And you do see as I mentioned, a world of contrast where you'll find elements, old and new, East and West, local and international, all under one roof. So we do find new ways to speak to the youth. And I think the most important part of all this is not just about the star pieces themselves, but it's about that unique Hong Kong story. And the way to communicate, and that's what meant by curation. It's not just a display of art for artwork, or it's not just about our research being printed on the wall. It's really about creative way of taking you into that world and telling you stories. And it's if you're inside the gallery, you will see it's about the different groupings. It's about the logic of the route. It's about lighting. It's about sound or music, and then it all helps to complement the artwork.
Maria, what is the current museum demographics today and your goals for the future audience?
About half of the audiences are tourists, and among the entirety of our visitors, about half of them are below 30s. So we have a really young audience base. It's actually been younger, if you ask me, since COVID times. I think it's largely due to after we reopened, we have a new approach to talk to our audience. For instance, in our Ming and Ching Chinese painting gallery, we curate an exhibition called Love Letters. I mean, in the past, if you just say, oh, well, okay, Chinese landscape in Chinese literati painting, I mean, just by looking at the subject matter, people would just walk away because not everyone knows much about Chinese painting. But with a different approach, we look for for areas where it really connects you with everyday life. So who doesn't like love letters? Who doesn't understand what is a love letter? And we picked out elements from those, fine art, which were produced actually by human beings like you and me, who probably also want to write a love letters through their painting. And we select those paintings to connect them together and tell you that story. And then all of a sudden you will feel that, oh, then these fine objects, they're not so far away from me. Even as a layman, I would be able to enjoy it. And enjoyment is a very crucial part of art education in our museum.
Maria, could you share some of the challenges for the museum today and its staff?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we always have to work with a limited budget and a small team of staff, but we're in a creative business, right? And so it's also a way to motivate us to think out of the box, find new solutions to old problems. So I tend to think that the challenges have always been seen in a different way to propel us to be more creative in what we do. And in fact, I think that's why we are so innovative in our way of introducing and promoting art.
We would like to introduce one artwork from the current exhibition. Could you introduce and talk a bit about it with us, please?
This is a painting by the famous 20th century artist Wu Guangzhong, and it's called The Cascade. It's actually very special for us because it is one of the first paintings that he donated to the Hong Kong Museum of Art. And since the first donation, he has been donating several times. And now the Hong Kong Museum of Art holds the largest and most comprehensive collections of Wu Guangzhong's painting in the world. You can see that the subject matter is a waterfall, and this is a superb rendition or superb usage of only 3 major colors, and that's black, gray, and white. And by white, it's not really painted on the picture. It's actually the paper left unpainted, and he's using that to describe the power of the water. And I particularly like also the composition, because you can see that he's placing your eye level really the top of the waterfall almost to the edge of the painting, and that's very unusual and very creative way. Another item that I really enjoy looking at is the few trees, especially the one at center that he put. It's almost there to cut up the paper or the entire picture in two. And again, very out of the ordinary kind of composition, but in this way, it almost helps you focus on what is painted around the tree, and that is the key subject matter of this painting. So both artistically and sentimentally, this would be my choice of artwork on display right now at the Hong Kong Museum of Art.